also known as the eighth wonder of the world. The mighty Karakoram Highway stretches from Kashgar in China to Islamabad in Pakistan. Officially opened for tourism and trade in 1986, after 2 decades of full-time construction work. The road winds some 1,300 kilometers through breathtaking mountain landscapes that are home to centuries-old traditions and cultures. Along the way, travelers encounter deep valleys, rushing rivers, towering peaks and friendly villages, where people welcome visitors with open arms. In this video I take you back to one of my most memorable journeys, traversing what is considered to be one of the greatest travel routes on our planet. So join me, exploring the Karakoram Highway. We begin our journey in Kashgar, a former trading town along the ancient Silk Road, known for its vibrant bazaars and intriguing blend of cultures. Surrounded by mountains and deserts, it is closer to Baghdad than Beijing, and its original inhabitants, the Uyghurs, are closely linked to the people of Central Asia. When I visited Kashgar, the city was undergoing major changes, as most of its historic neighborhoods were being demolished to make way for modern apartment towers and shopping streets. That said, we were still able to get a sense of the traditions and customs of the Uyghur people. The narrow alleyways in the remaining pockets of Old Town were filled with activities and charm, with people creating beautiful silverware, clothes, handicrafts and other things. It was a wonderful place to get lost in, just soaking up the atmosphere. The highlight for many travelers was the massive Sunday livestock market, where people from around Kashgar gathered to trade their animals. Thousands of goats, cows, horses, donkeys and other animals invaded the town at sunrise, accompanied by farmers, nomads and shepherds. It was a fascinating sight that could easily be the set of a movie. Leave the winding alleys and bustling markets of Kashgar behind and traverse south to the majestic Karakul lake. paved roads make this stretch of the journey feel like a summer holiday. And a few hours later, we arrive at our second stop on the Karakoram Highway. Close to the border with Tajikistan, and with a mostly Kyrgyz population, this area feels more like Central Asia than China. It's fascinating to walk along the shoreline of the lake, enjoying the fresh mountain air and meeting some of the families that live here. Even though Karakul is located at almost 3,700 meters, it is still dominated by two mountains that reach nearly 8 kilometers high: Mustaq Atta and Mount Kongur. We can stay overnight in a classic yurt, which is an experience in itself. These portable round tents are traditionally used as temporary homes by nomadic groups in the steppes and mountains of Central Asia. Greeted by a wonderful family, we are served a dinner of bread and fresh goat meat before the lights go out early. People can only use a minimum amount of electricity, having to rely on solar energy year-round. After a cold night, we find ourselves by the roadside early next morning, trying to catch a ride to the next destination, Tashkurgan. An hour later, a heavy truck stops near the yurt. Proving not to be the fastest way to travel, the truck does get us where we want. The friendly driver himself going all the way to the Pakistan border. The Pakistan border comes quickly for us too, although we first have to spend 2 days in Tashkurgan to get our paperwork in order. Filming this leg of the journey proves quite difficult, as 2 Chinese soldiers accompany the minivan until the border, forbidding us from using our camera. Several hours after leaving Tashkurgan, we cross the border into Pakistan at the Khunjerab pass, located at a dizzying altitude of 4,700 meters. As we descend into breathtaking but also dangerous narrow gorges, the paved highway that we traveled on before quickly turns into a dirt road, with huge repair work taking place. Arriving in Sost, a strip of little supermarkets and tea shops, a petrol station and a few hotels, actually comes as a relief. The next morning we continue our way along the Karakoram Highway, on probably the most challenging part of our journey. The region we traveled through had recently been hit by heavy rains, resulting in a massive landslide, floods and the creation of Attabad Lake. Parts of the road had submerged, people had suffered tremendously, and the only transport available were local ships, carrying Chinese aid and passengers to the other side. After finding a vessel, we start sailing, but the weather rapidly becomes more unstable and turns into a troubling scenario. Massive waves, heavy wind and rain, and 20 or so passengers on a ship that was already severely overloaded makes even the captain nervous. Great excitement therefore as we finally reached the other side. The 2 hours on the lake had felt like a lifetime. After walking through fine dust and sand for a few kilometers, jeeps eventually pick us up to bring us to the final destination of the day, Karimabad. Please note that today this part of the Karakoram Highway has been rebuilt and rerouted, including the construction of 5 tunnels. Karimabad is at the center of one of the most beautiful regions in the country, if not in the world. Comprising of several small villages, the incredible Hunza Valley is surrounded by steep mountains and offers amazing landscapes and friendly, welcoming people. It's easy to spend a few days here, exploring rural life around Karimabad. Make sure to climb up to the Baltit Fort to enjoy sweeping vistas over the valley and take advantage of the many guided day trips, including to the impressive Hopper Glacier. After exploring Hunza for a few days, we step into a minivan to travel as far as Skardu, off the actual Karakoram Highway, but spectacular nonetheless. Known as the gateway to some of the highest mountains in the world, Skardu is a beautiful area with small villages, picturesque lakes, and rugged natural scenery. Traversing this region proves unexpectedly challenging, as a sandstorm suddenly picks up, covering the Indus Valley in thick dust.
This is serious.
At times when the weather is actually good, the beauty of the Skardu region is magical. Due to concerns related to road conditions and security at the time of our visit, we decided to travel the last part of the Karakoram Highway by plane.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard on this flight for Islamabad. I have some flight information for you. If you're interested, we have a coach duty. आपका पागल नजर आ रही है। रुख हमारा चिल्लास के कस्बे की तरफ है।
With spectacular views of Nanga Parbat and the western Himalayan ranges, the short flight brings us to the capital city of Pakistan, Islamabad. While Islamabad is a completely planned city, and can feel sterile to some travelers. It's an interesting place to end our journey. Built in the 1960s, replacing Karachi as capital, it is divided into 8 different zones, which all serve a certain purpose. From political and educational to commercial and green areas.
Welcome to Pakistan.
Arguably the most eye-catching structure is the Shah Faisal Mosque. It dominates the city's skyline and is an important place of worship for Muslims. For some contrast, head to Islamabad's twin city, Rawalpindi, a vibrant place that provides a better introduction into urban life in Pakistan. While navigating the busy streets can feel overwhelming, the narrow alleys of the markets and bazaars breathe character and are a joy to explore. From busy restaurants to small shops, this part of the city is truly a world in itself. My personal highlight here is an area with small truck workshops, where we can witness people creating truck paintings, an art form that has grown into a national sport. And that concludes our journey along the Karakoram Highway, arguably one of the most stunning travel routes in the world. I realize I have only scratched the surface and you could spend months exploring this incredible region. Please also note that many things have changed since I made this journey in 2010. That said, I still hope this video gave you some travel inspiration, or at least provided a glimpse into this beautiful place. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Travel safely.